Alright, we're here with our go home show for Against All Odds. And we are in the Flowers Hall in, I think it's Alabama? Alabama, yeah. I may be wrong though. I don't know American geography. In front of 3,358 people. So that's good. That's like another 400 people than we had in our last show. So that's a good start, I guess. And the 1%ers they're in the ring to open Impact. And Trish says this Sunday we will have Impact's second event against all odds. We have the tag team champions, the Tuesday Night Delights, taking on the Street Gangsters, LAX, in a ladder match. Matt Sydal defends his Grand Championship against Walking Armageddon Lashley. And finally, my lovely partner, the global champion, Eli Drake, will take on the football flop Moose in a no disqualification match. Yes, I know I didn't say before, but I decided I wanted to give you all a brutal match because I'm, such a great boss. On Sunday, everything is legal, if that match even goes forward. Tonight, Adonis, you've got Moose. If you beat him, then Eli gets the night off, and we really want him to get the night off. And Adonis, he just kind of nods as those two, they start kissing and being, like the unbearable couple. You're like, oh, go away. And EC3, they're kind of standing there for a minute, and Carter's like, guys, how about we take this backstage? And they break apart, and Eli and Trish, they're grinning, and Eli's like, I've got this. You don't. You should be jealous of me and everything. As they go to commercial, and the tag team storyline and the global championship storyline both advance. The Angle got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd hot. The announcing and color commentary gave the segment a boost as well. So, yeah, nothing bad from that segment. B-73 is pretty good. No worker improvements, which is a little disappointing, but that's okay. This is just rated on Trish and Eli's entertainment, I think, and maybe Carter. So that's not a bad rating for where we're at. And in about that had subpar wrestling and little heat. Taiji Ishimori defeated No. Sorry, I thought for a second I was meant to have a segment before this, but I realized that was last week. Anyway, he defeats Adam Brooks in 7:43 by pinfall with a hammerlock DDT. D41. The announcing quality lifted the match. Color commentary gave the match a boost. It got the crowd buzzing. Ishimori with a 40, Brooks with a 26. And Petey Williams was on commentary, so the storyline has advanced. But it didn't lose heat. So I feel like Adam Brooks is probably a bit more known to people. He is also Australian. He is on loan from MCW for like 2 or 3 appearances. But he's done a lot in PWG, I think. So he's a bit more known than some of the other Australian guys, but yeah. I think one of the things that I want to do with this series is I'm not like going with an Australian bias. I am trying to introduce more Australian talent, because a lot of series they focus on America, Japan, the UK. And while, I'm kind of using all of them, there aren't that many, I haven't seen anyone use the Eagles, Madison Eagles fits under that as well, and Kellyanne English every now and again, but stuff like that. And I feel like this can hopefully kind of open people's eyes to the great Australian scene we've got down here. So yeah. No worker improvements. We move on into that's not great, but I don't think Raquel was rated on sex appeal. Ishimori was rated on acting. But Ishimori has defeated MCW loanee Adam Brooks here tonight, and Petey was at the commentary table talking about how he has respect for Ishimori, but also how he'll put that respect aside on Sunday because the X Division Championship comes before everything else. He gets up and my computer is acting up again. He gets up and grabs the title before getting into the ring, and then he hands it to Ishimori, and the two kind of just stare each other down. These two are going to face on Sunday. I'm not expecting a classic. I'm expecting probably about this rating for the match. I'm hoping it'll be better, but I don't know. Next segment is not great, but again, popularity is going to play into this quite a bit. Because this is rated on entertainment. Which I know doesn't technically factor in overness, but everything factors in overness. Pete's got a strong entertainment skill. There's no way a D46 would be strong. Anyway, JB says, I'm here with the bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Now, Pete, there have been rumours that your partner for this Sunday will in fact be here tonight. Can you confirm that? And Pete says, actually, JB, I can confirm that. Tonight, we will be in action in that ring. So, Conley, Xavier, pay attention. The storyline has advanced and gained heat, which is good. No worker improvements. So, yeah, we will find out the tag partner for Dunne later tonight. And in a superb bout, well, superb wrestling, but not much heat, Toni Storm defeats Taya Valkyrie in 9:05 with a strong 0. C61. The match had very little drama because no one had the psychology. Psychology is something we're just going to be building up over time. The match gave the crowd a breather. Tony with a 79, Taya with a 67. No worker improvements. We'll move on. I was hoping that would get better, but I'll take it. It's rated on entertainment. I'll take it. JB says, I'm backstage with Rose, but he's cut off because Rosemary she comes in, she grabs the microphone, and she's like, bugger off. I'm going to take this all to myself. She says, Little Miss Green. Chelsea Green, the Knockouts champion. We heard what you said about us last week, and to be honest, you're not wrong. We are in a rough patch, but that will be turned on its head when the championship comes home to the Hive on Sunday. And this time, we're never letting go. So yeah, storyline has advanced, and basically Rosemary is admitting, I haven't been great for the last bit, but that changes on Sunday, and I'm never going to lose this title again. So the next segment is Pete Dunne making his way down to the ring, but he kind of makes it halfway down the ramp, and then he kind of smiles. He points to the entrance, the video wall, and a new theme plays, and out comes Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, he's here. He is a part of Impact, and my computer is being a real pain in the ass, but nothing I can do about that. Bate's here tonight, and he seems to be Dunne's partner for this Sunday. Tyler Bate debuted his old school face gimmick. It got an initial rating of below average, which isn't great, but the storyline does advance. Negatives just for the storyline's low heat. A lot of the storylines started off with really low heat, and they are only just starting to recover because of that show that we did in Quebec. So, yeah, not great. Next segment. In an extremely short match, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeat Joey Matthews, the former Joey Mercury, and Ho Ho Loon in 5:04 when Tyler Bate defeated Joey Matthews by pinfall with a Tyler Driver 97. That's painful to see. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. Great! Oh, crap. Alright. The announcing quality lifted the match. Pete Dunne with a 47, Tyler Bate with a 39, Ho Ho Loon with a 37, and Matthews with a 35, and the storyline has advanced because these two are in it. Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is improving in performance skills. D44, there's nothing we can really do about that. Moving on into a D plus 52, not bad. Dunne and Bate pick up the win, and they just stand in the ring, and Pete says, I told you I'd find a partner. Not just any partner either, but another of my British strong-style compatriots. Caleb. Desmond. Are you scared yet? Well, you bloody should be, because you picked the wrong Brits to mess with. Come this Sunday, I'll show you why you don't mess with the bruiserweight. And Tyler just kind of butts in. He's like, have a nice day. He doesn't say bang bang, though, because, copyright. We see Conley and Xavier backstage, and they are looking less than pleased. So the storyline advances, no worker improvements. Moving on into... That's not too bad. Tenille Dashwood is in the ring with EC3. And she says, I have undeniable proof, ladies and gentlemen, that Alicia Edwards is only here because of her husband. So, EC3, go ahead. And Carter's like, thank you. As Dixie Carter's nephew, I was privy to her business meetings, and I can confirm that Miss Edwards was hired because of Eddie. You see, Eddie was our World Heavyweight Champion, even though I should have been. He demanded that we signed Alicia Edwards, otherwise he'd walk out. Now, in Dixie's eyes, he was one of our few stars that we had. But if you ask me, I could have carried this company on my back with 2 broken legs, so, we didn't have to worry about him. So, but she gave in and hired Alicia. Or Alicia, I still don't know. EC3 and Tenille, they're kind of, they're soaking up the heat. When suddenly Alicia runs out to attack Tenille, but before she can hit her, EC3 grabs her and holds her arms behind her back. It was all a trap, pretty much. Tenille walks forward, mocking her and just kind of taking her time before, smacking her across the face. You can hear it in the cheap seats. It's a stiff slap. But she's not done, though, as she then hits a brutal knee to Alicia's face, which kind of makes her, she slumps, passes out, and then those two leave. Tenille is getting better at her gimmick, but EC3 is not suited to his gimmick. The You Don't Belong Here storyline has advanced and gained heat. Alicia Edwards is developing better performance skills. That's good. Let's have more of that. C62, again, not bad. Not great, but not bad. That's not too bad either, considering TK's an enhancement talent and the rest are lower mid-carders. But the South Pacific Power Trip defeat Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid in 5:40 when TK Cooper defeats Garza Jr. by pinfall with a belly-to-back pile driver. Wow, that... Oh, no. Wait, no, I think... Yeah. For some reason, just how that's phrased makes it seem like a really different move, but I guess it's just the regular kind of sit-out pile driver. Garza Jr. with a 38, Laredo Kid with a 38, TK Cooper with a 29, Travis Banks with a 45. The storyline advances and gains heat. Garza Jr. improves in performance skills. Good man. Next segment. Not great, but hey, I'll take it. South Pacific Power Trip pick up the win over Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid here tonight, but before they get to celebrate, OVE come out to the ring. And Sammy's like, good job tonight, boys. You won. Good job. No, not taking them seriously. Granted, you won against a bunch of D-level talents, but hey, a win's a win, is it not? However, you are still nowhere near our level, and this Sunday we will run over you like the vermin you are. And TK, he has a microphone. He's like, whoa. Wait a minute. You want to prove that? Hicks. And this pisses them off, because it was meant to piss them off. And Jake and Dave, they start brawling with TK and Travis, while Sammy, he's standing there. He gets a stray elbow from Travis, which knocks him the hell out, because, Travis Banks is he could knock you the hell out, basically. All 4 men try to tear each other apart, but before they get the chance to do further damage, security rushes the ring and separates all 4 of them. So yeah, these guys want to kill each other. And on Sunday, they just might. Another thing about Travis Banks, he's coming down to Australia for Progress, so I'm pretty excited about that, because I've got my tickets now. So Progress are coming down with, I think it's 6 or 8 of their guys, and doing a show in Perth with EPW. And they've announced so far that 2 of the guys are Pete Dunne and Travis Banks, so that's amazing. I didn't think I'd get to see Pete Dunne competing, because WWE doesn't come here anymore for some reason. Okay, they come to Australia, they just don't come to Perth. Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to seeing Travis in general. I'm really hoping that Jimmy Havoc comes down, because, who doesn't love Jimmy Havoc? He's amazing. We move on into That's not too bad, but in a decent match, Matt Riddle defeats Homicide in 10:03 by submission with a guillotine choke. 57 C-, not bad at all. He's already pumping out C-minuses. The match got the crowd buzzing. Riddle with a 63, Homicide with a 54, no worker improvements. But yeah, Riddle is technically a main eventer now. Like, because of those 2 wins he got over Eddie and Alberto. I'm not gonna, of course I am pushing him, but I'm not gonna push him into a title scene just yet, because I don't think he's ready. I don't think we've kind of introduced him enough. He doesn't have enough character yet to go straight into a title scene. Also, I've already got stuff planned for those title scenes that's important. But yeah, Matt Riddle in our last save, he was going to beat Drew Galloway at Bound for Glory for the Grand Championship. So yeah, maybe he'll actually win the Grand Championship in this save. He probably will, but hopefully we get to that point this time without the computer crashing. Next segment, that's not great either, but he cuts a promo in the ring before his match. He says, "So, Sunday's now a no DQ match. That's fine. I'm not worried. I've got enough raw talent to defeat Eli, even if his goons are legal. Come Sunday, your new global champion, Moose. Moose. Moose." So yeah, D40, D-40, and the storyline advances but loses heat. And in a not great match, Moose, he defeats Chris Adonis in 12:01 by pinfall with the Game Breaker. During the match, we also had Scarlett Bordeaux run in and attack Moose, because she wants Eli to also have the night off, but it didn't work. D47, it's also not great, but Moose with a 44, Adonis with a 38. Storyline has advanced, but it has lost heat. The match got the crowd hotter. No worker improvements. I'm not really expecting much from Moose and Drake against all odds. Really, Sydal and Lashley's probably going to main event again. I got nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's Moose and Eli Drake. Moving on into it, speaking of Lashley, he gives us the best rating of the night so far with a B-74, and we see him in the local gym. He's just sparring in a cage, and he's making short work of his opponents, and there's a steady line of young guys lining up, although they don't look like they really want to be here. After about 2 minutes of destroying everyone, Lashley then walks out of the cage, and he just says, "That's just a preview for Sunday." Storyline has advanced, and Lashley's been a ratings machine. We move into, considering the last segment we had with Evil East, this is a lot better. 57 C-. The Tuesday Night Delights are in the ring, but before they can say a word, LAX storm down, and Ortiz and Santana, they just run straight after EC3 and Mundo, while Evil East starts brawling with Taya. And all 6 superstars / women are beating the hell out of each other before eventually Santana, Ortiz, and Evil East hit their finishes on the Tuesday Night Delights. I couldn't remember their finishes when writing this, so they just hit whatever their finishes are. And Evil East then sets up a ladder as Santana and Ortiz grab the tag titles and climb up the ladder, posing on it. I've said ladder, what the hell? Posing on it with the titles as Evil East kind of just celebrates in front of it. And is this, are we going to see this on Sunday? Will LAX regain their titles at against all odds? The storyline advances, it does lose heat. But, no worker improvements either. We move on into our main event. I think this is Jimmy's first appearance in this save. He is with the company in real life. He is with us. I haven't brought him in. I just haven't had anything for him to do. But Matt Sydal defeats Jimmy Jacobs in 14:51 by pinfall with a Here It Is driver. C63. Sydal was off his game, but it got the crowd buzzing. Sydal with a 58. Jimmy with a 51. No work improvements. Not a bad match. Just, yeah, like it'll give us a good rating overall as our main event. It didn't bomb. That's the important thing. Another pretty decent interview with Matt Sydal. But he grabs a microphone and he says, Lashley, this Sunday you get your last chance at this belt. You get your last chance to prove you're better than me, that you can beat me. Me, I have nothing to prove. I've beaten you once, and this Sunday, I'll do it again. So yeah, he's a bit cocky, but he's also kind of like, this is serious, and I've actually beaten you before. The storyline advances, no worker improvements either. Next segment, to close the show, B-74 is not bad at all, but Eli is in the ring, surrounded by tables, chairs, kendo sticks, thumbtacks, and just a variety of other weapons. And he says, come Sunday, everything you see in this ring is 100% legal. Not that I need it, I could beat Moose with one eye closed. However, I won't say no to putting him through a table, or sticking thumbtacks in his skin. Against all odds will be, but before he can continue, Moose kind of makes his way out from the back, and the two just start brawling in the ring. Eli hits Moose with a kendo stick until it splinters everywhere, so he gets a good 6 shots in. But it doesn't do a ton of damage to Moose, who picks him up and slams him through a table. He grabs the Global Championship and celebrates in the ring as we see Trish losing her mind backstage, throwing things and clearly distraught. And is this the scene we'll be seeing on Sunday? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? I do. I think a lot of you kind of have guessed where we might be going with this. But I can always throw in a curveball. Trish Stratus is going to win the Global Championship. Storyline has advanced and it gains back the heat that it lost earlier. Negatives just for the low announcing experience and the low heat for the storyline. But we end the show, we get a C plus 66, 43 regions, increasing in popularity. That's pretty good. That's all I'm asking for. Increased popularity and good storylines. So we're going to wrap it up there. What are your predictions for the show on Sunday? We've got Eli Drake versus Moose for the Global Championship. The Last Chance, Matt Sydal versus Lashley for the Grand Championship. Chelsea Green versus Rosemary for the Knockouts Championship. LAX versus Tuesday Night Delights for the Tag Team Championship. Ishimori versus Williams for the X Division Championship. South Pacific Power Trip versus OVE, Ohio versus Everything or Everyone. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate versus Conley and Xavier. And is that, I think there's one, Tennille Taylor versus Alicia Edwards. And that is all, I think that's 9 matches. Yeah, so who do you think's going to win? How do you think they're going to win? Also, if you enjoyed the show, obviously leave a like, comment, tell me what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, any signing kind of ideas, any storyline ideas, and character ideas. Basically, if I like it, I could use it. You could see your idea in this series. So yeah, we will see you in, I don't know, probably a day or two for Against All Odds.